Hello everyone, my name is Binks and welcome back to Let's Play The Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve. We're back! It's been a long time. I took my break, my much deserved break. And I had a good time. I got the rest I needed. I'm also very tired. It was more of a adventure than a rest. Explored the city, went to a lot of tourist spots, got a lot of exercise, which I needed, even though I'm exhausted, but at the same time, I'm happy. Got to see my dear Coco, and we had a good time, got to see some friends, all that good stuff. So, much deserved break from work. Wasn't as long as I would like it to be, but you know, you know how it be. It was just long enough to do what we needed to do. So, I don't know when this video will go up because a part of me was like, oh, should I just do the usual, you know, as soon as things go back to normal, recording and then uploading, or if I will hold on and make you guys wait an extra week. That way I have a nice backlog of episodes, and that way I don't always feel the time crunch, the pressure. I might end up doing that, honestly, because it's a little stressful and extra pressure on me to always be under the gun of every weekend, every week recording, just to make sure I have enough videos in time. It's always nice to have a little cushion of backlog videos. Um, I can't imagine like people like Coco and other people who have like a nice backlog of extra videos waiting in the wings. I've had it happen before, like when my mom had a surgery and I had like a nice backlog, but then when it runs out, it's like, oh, it's gone. Oh, that feeling. But anyway, let's continue on. I'm excited. So now we will be starting a brand new one. We'll be starting Case 3, The Return of the Great Departed Soul. Interesting. Alright. Austrian Empire. This is about the Great Exhibition of London, The Great Departed Soul. Alright.
The grand end of the century Great Exhibition of London. Surely there is not a soul who has failed to hear of it. Wondrous new works of culture and industry from every corner of the globe had converged on Hyde Park, welcoming over 50 million visitors. The last great hurrah of this century. Astonished and delighted people of all nations, and ended on a note of resounding success. But as regards to the terrible catastrophe that occurred during the festivities, very few are aware my friend Mr. Sherlock Sholmes had a hand in unraveling the matter. For from the shadows, it was he who earnestly unearthed the facts of the case. And like the centerpiece of the great exhibition, which rose high into the skies of Hyde Park, Sholmes's brilliant deductions, as clear and lofty as the crystal tower itself, brought the truth to light.
Okay. You know how it be. Anytime there's like a big event going on, something's gonna go wrong.
We're here at the showground of the Great Exhibition, which is absolutely packed with people.
Okay. That sounds like Sherlock's voice actor.
The weather is unusually fine, and we're about to witness a most extraordinary scientific experiment.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 20th century will see steam engines and electrical power dominate the world.
Okay.
Horse-drawn carts will give way to the motor car. Ships will sprout wings and take to the skies. And today, we showcase even more advanced technology. A glimpse into the future. A world first. A demonstration of my super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine.
Alright. We getting all scientific up in here. Something gonna go wrong though, right?
A man will literally be disassembled by a pulse of high voltage electricity and beamed to another location.
Ah, teleportation.
Whereupon his body will be reassembled by a series of complex calculations exactly as it was before.
That's not good. Uh-oh. Oh, the dork!
In but a few moments from now,
This man, the way he moved.
this gentleman will, in the blink of an eye, complete an incredible journey through the air. To arrive an instant later on the Crystal Tower behind you! This one, yes.
Whoa. Oh no.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, this poor other man. So, scientific experiment gone wrong and this other poor man's about to die, right? I'm surprised that this other dude who looks very wealthy and well-to-do is willingly putting himself at risk like that. Like, you would think for this kind of thing that they would send in some random nobody for something so dangerous. You know? At least in my mind, like for something that I wouldn't trust in. Normally, you would think that they would put in some nobody off the street. Like, I'm not going to put my life at risk. Unless he had that much faith. Like, oh, 100%. Like, they've seen test trials and they're like, oh, yeah, it's totally safe. And for, like, the grand showing of it, I have complete confidence in it. So, of course, I want to be the one to put myself in there. But, of course, on the day of, something went wrong. Or maybe it got sabotaged. That's what my brain is thinking. October 22nd, 9:36 a.m. Holmes' suite. That guy was so goofy. Such a dork. He's gonna be a fun character, isn't he? Reno, are you listening? Oh, sorry, what was that, Iris? Huh, what's the matter with you? You've been miles away all morning. Didn't you like what I cooked for breakfast? No, that's not it at all. What were we talking about again? Today's paper. It's full of news about the great exhibition again. So I'm assuming we're back to present day, you know, because the last case was like a flashback case. So I'm assuming we're back in time to the present. And Susato's probably not with us because she's back still in Japan. I wonder if we will find out about the collar. Or I guess that's a collar. It's so weird, right? That was so weird. I'm so fascinated about that. Yes, the great exhibition. I'd like to go sometime. By the way, I'm still salty about what happened in that last episode. That last episode I recorded for you guys, I was so mad that, you know, I had to record it in segments. That last segment, the fact that I had to do post commentary because something went wrong with like the USB or whatever made me so mad that you didn't get to hear my raw in the moment reactions, because I know for a fact, like some of the comments you guys left, you guys were saying stuff that I know I had said during the recording. Like some of the reactions I had said was something, what was it? I had pointed out I was sus about, what was it? Dang it. I can't even remember. It's been so long. Something I had said something about. Oh, that. Oh, I can't believe, like, what Olive Green took a risk. Not even, like, her poisoning thing could have easily killed a simple gas man, a meter man, or whatever. Like, if he had come to test the gas like they do, like breathing into the pipe, like, she could have easily just killed some other guy just there to do his job. Like, that was a huge gamble, huge risk, right? Like, I think I had said something like that, but I guess it had been during the original recording, and I guess I hadn't said it again during the playback because of the timing, and I was like, I had forgotten to say it again. And I think one of you mentioned it in your comments, and I was like, oh, I'm so glad somebody mentioned it in their comments, because I'm pretty sure I didn't say it again during the re-recording. And then there was something else about the collar that I had said originally. What was it? Dang it, I can't even remember now. But anyway, there was a lot of comments that I made during the original take that you guys didn't get to hear, that I wish you guys had gotten to hear, because I'm like, oh, that was my original thing, and you guys picked up on it, and you guys didn't get to hear that we were on the same wavelength. I'm so mad. But I'm glad that at least you guys picked up on some things, and you know, it is what it is. But I am looking forward to, like, I know I did say about the royal thing, because I'm still sus about that. I'm sus about the fact that he made it sound like it might not be blood. The fact that the size of the collar was so big, right? That it could be fit her waist. I'm like, oh, what kind of animal could that be? I said, I don't know, man. It's not a dog then. It might be like a bear or like a tiger. I don't know. What kind of animal could that be? What was some other things I was saying? I feel like there was some other stuff I was saying, which I can't remember because it was like a couple weeks ago that I recorded now, so I don't remember. I was saying a lot of interesting things, I'm sure, that were going through my mind. Of course, about Sherlock knowing more, and about how this is one big conspiracy and cover-up going on. I was very intrigued, very fascinated, very excited about all of that. Yeah. Alright, let's just leave it though. Because we gotta focus on this new mystery, which is being developed. Yes, the Great Exhibition. I'd like to go sometime.
You're really not your usual self today. You seem very down. Don't you agree, Shirley?
Oh, I think he's... Oh, I forgot to change their clothes. I'm gonna change their clothes back. Because I wanted to only do it for that one case. I like the outfits, but I want them to be their authentic selves. So, can I do that from the options? Hold on. Or do I have to go... probably have to go back to the main title to do that. I'll do that in between recording sessions then, because I don't want to disrupt too much. Let's get back. I'll fix it. Just remember to fix it, Binks. Okay. Because, yeah, I prefer Sherlock's original outfit, honestly. As much as I really like Susato and Ryunosuke's outfits, I really prefer Sherlock's original outfit. I don't know, it just suits him more. Did you say something, Iris?
Oh gosh, we're even more down.
He's so dramatic. Whoa! When did you arrive, Mr. Naruhodo? Why do you always jump to fisticuffs, sir? What? It's like, fight me! Why? Why are you like this? I've been here for about half an hour already. We had breakfast together. Sir, stop this. What? Why didn't you mention it before? I, thought you might have known I was here, you know, because breakfast? Am I invisible to you? This hurts my feelings. I'm gonna cry now. Iris is quite right. You're clearly lacking in vim. So much so that I didn't notice your presence. Thanks. Of course, I could deduce the reason perfectly well with some simple observations. What? Let's see. Yes, for example, your tousled hair this morning with all its unruly spikes. Haven't we had this conversation before that his hair is always like this? Clearly, it can't be deduced, therefore, that... let me stop you there, Mr. Holmes, because I think I can see where this is going. My hair always looks like this. It always has. Ever since we first met, in fact. Dude, literally, come on now. Oh, really? How interesting. It just doesn't look like a haircut as such, I suppose. This is me constantly bothering you to get your hair fixed, sir. Passive-aggressively. When will you get the hint, my dear sir? Thanks again. It crossed my mind recently that it's been 6 months now.
6 months?
Since I was forbidden from working in court. So I've been wondering how much longer I'm going to be banned.
Oh, well, that would explain why you seem rather glum. Don't you agree, Sally?
Did you say something, Iris? Sir. Back to moping now that he's not teasing me. Got it. What's the matter with Mr. Holmes today? He seems even more down in the dumps than me.
I know! And the great exhibition has opened. You'd think you'd be excited. Oh, why don't we all go to see it together?
I want to. Of course I do, but I can't. Not for the time being. Why not? Why not? Why not? Because I'm a great detective after all. So you're embroiled in some tricky case that you can't be distracted from? Is that it?
I don't remember hearing that you're working on a case, Shirley.
I suppose I should try to find out what's going on. Alright, what's wrong? Wanna talk about it, buddy? Half a year ago now, I took on the defense of a young girl in a trial heard at the Old Bailey. What at first seemed like a simple case of murder that took place at a London pawnbrokery turned out to be one part of a much more far-reaching plot that involved the British government. During the course of the trial, it was found that I made an unavoidable, yet at the same time unforgivable mistake. Eek. Words fail me. This situation is utterly deplorable. Mr. Naruhodo. I mean, there was really nothing we could have done. Ugh, sucks, dude. Yes, my lord. I will decide upon your fate following the conclusion of this trial. Of course, my lord. In the end, I had my right to represent people in court revoked. I was told I had to spend my time in research and study, so that's what I've been doing.
You have, haven't you, Runo? Reading all those big fat tomes about British law up in your room. And the notes about Holmes's old cases.
Brewing Iris's special blends of tea, fetching my daily bread for me. You've become something of a manservant around here. Start on the silverware next, Mr. Naruhodo. Master Naruhodo.
Well, I'm thinking of going to ask the powers that be to reconsider. Specifically, Lord Strongheart at the British Supreme Court on Whitehall.
Lord Strongheart?
Ah, the delightful Lord Chief Justice. Not my favorite fellow. Not mine either. He honestly creeps me out. Like, there was something about him. Like, I knew he was supposed to be an ally, but he felt like honestly, I got like Damon Gant vibes from him. In this, like, early on. There was something sus about him. Especially whenever we talked about Kazuma. I'm like, he knows more than he's letting on. And now that we definitely know there's more to Kazuma's mission and whatever happened to him, I'm like, yeah, he definitely, we need to find out through him somehow, and he might even turn out to be like a big bad or something. I'm like, yeah, I don't trust you for nothing, sir. And he has been in the background, but we haven't really interacted much with him in quite a while, so I'm glad he's being brought up. And I'm like, yeah, it has to come back to him. So, ooh, rubs hands. Damon Gant alike. This your ancestor, sir. For sure. He's just too similar to him to not be like a blueprint or of him, you know what I mean? Just definitely has a very obvious vibe of him.
He's not mine either, but he's the man I have to talk to. He's the only one who can grant permission for me to start working in the courts again. I came to Britain to become the best lawyer I could. And I can't do that just sitting around here.
Okay, great exhibition.
The whole of London has been swept up in this great exhibition, hasn't it?
The most advanced science, the most modern technology, the finest works of art and feats of engineering. For the next 6 months, our capital will be showcasing these things and the world will be watching.
Oh, do you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to look down on London from one of those lovely balloons.
Look down on... do you mean those things... fly?
Do you have a fear of heights like Phoenix and Apollo do? Which I cannot blame you. When I was younger, I don't think I had a fear of heights, but as I've gotten older, I have developed major fear of heights. And it's because of my I have developed balance issues. So I think that contributed to that. Now I'm like, oof, yeah, me and heights, no bueno. I think once you've fallen and broken things, that has what has led to that. So now that I have fallen and broken my elbow, fallen and broken, fractured my knee, now my body's like, oh, I can fall and break things. Yeah, no, falling is bad. Oh, I think when you're little, you fall and you don't get hurt, and then that's why you're not scared. Now you're like, oh shit, forget that. Oh, don't get old. Don't get old. I know we can't fight it, but it's like, damn, aging is scary.
Yes, of course. They fly high in the sky and don't even need wings to do it. All you need is hot air.
But how? How does hot air have anything to do with flying? It makes no sense.
It's science. It's weird, dude. It's weird. Fascinating, but weird.
I can't understand it at all.
That's true of a lot of new scientific discoveries. Most people can't understand them at first. But in 100 years' time, all these things will just be common knowledge.
I suppose they might be.
Mind you, some of the science being demonstrated seems very questionable. Something went wrong on the open experimentation stage yesterday, apparently. There was a huge explosion. Still, I wish I'd seen it though. I'd love to see how bad some of these scam experiments really are.
Says the innocent 10-year-old girl who's somehow a genius and a doctor and all this other stuff. It's wild. It's still really insane to me how they made her like a doctor and all this other stuff. I'm like, why? Why did they make her so young and make her all of these things? Like every time with these Ace Attorney games, they just make them younger and younger to make them a genius. I'm like, why? Next thing you know, they'll be like freaking 2 or 3 years old and still be like a genius prodigy or whatever. I'm like, why? Ace Attorney? Why you do this? You don't have to. They could still be like a genius prodigy without being so young. I don't understand. It's a weird obsession they've got going on. They're obsessed with youth. I wonder what that says about the creators and the writers. Methinks they want the fountain of youth for themselves. See here. Every page of this paper carries some article or other about the great exhibition. I mean, it makes sense though, right? Because you look at like how they depict people's ages in here. Where is it? Because that's a joke, right? That we talk about, like, how they make some people who are, like, really not that old look really old. I can't do it here. But, right, how they'll take someone who's only, like, in their 20s or 30s and make them look ancient. And then they'll take people who are, you know, like the opposite and make them look really young or whatever. Like, I don't know why they do that. It's so weird to me. Capcom, I don't know, man. Is it you? Is it just this specific branch of the Ace Attorney? I don't know. It's weird. But the brighter things shine, the darker the shadows that are cast behind them. Personally, I find myself drawn to the darkness, to the impenetrable. That is my proper atmosphere, says the man wearing pink. Just kidding. The Great Exhibition newspaper has been entered into the court record. A newspaper containing various articles about the world-leading science and technology on show at the Great Exhibition being held in London. Shadows cast behind? Is that a metaphorical way of referring to the back page of the paper? Which we will look at right now. Let's look at that. Eyes of the world around the Crystal Tower. First test of matter transport device. Every article on the front page is news about the Great Exhibition. Public experiments to demonstrate brand new scientific ideas, cultural exhibits from around the globe. It's also positive and hopeful about the coming century. We must all go to see it properly before too long. Alright, what about the back page? Oh. Interesting. First of all, lost cat. Oh no! Kitty, no! Watch that be important, actually. Even though it's really small down there, watch that be important. But the Reaper attacked? Lord Von Zeeks and compatriot cornered. Ruffians aim to intimidate a man of justice. I feel like that's very important as well. Lord Von Zeeks and he has a compatriot now. Okay. So many glowing reports about the Great Exhibition and everything that's going on there. Other than this rather gloomy looking one, that is. Wait, what?
What's the matter, Runo?
The Reaper attacked. That's Lord Von Zeeks. This must be what Mr. Holmes was talking about. Does he know any more, I wonder?
Fiery ball gown sets dance hall ablaze. French court hears glass eye case. Altamont Gas Company. Oh. Okay. Something about under threat, armed assailant, pistols, companion, blackguards, reporter, police crime, chief justice, office, something condition. Yeah, I can't really read the whole article. Interesting. You got a boyfriend? You got a buddy over there? Never knew him to have a buddy. Alright. Interesting. Alright, let's talk about your gloomy mood first.
Are you investigating a particularly tricky case at the moment, Mr. Holmes?
You could say that, I suppose.
Nothing more to add? That's not like you. What sort of case is it?
Shh! Quiet, Mr. Naruhodo. We must not discuss it here. You never know who might be listening.
You're acting very strangely, Shirley.
Yeah, he's been very sus. Okay.
What do you mean, Iris?
Well, usually, the more mysterious and complicated a case is, the better Shirley's mood.
Ah.
Is it really a case that's bothering you?
Iris, please, you mustn't exercise your astute powers of observation and deduction on me without invitation. Remember what I always say. Put yourself in the shoes of the individual about whom you're making deductions. You never say that. You don't care. You deduce about us all the time without permission, so...
You say that, do you? You, Mr. Holmes?
Never mind. Once I've had a cup of tea, I must make my way at once to the crime scene.
Ah. That was a deep sigh.
I feel like you have a lot on your shoulders.
It says in the paper that Lord Von Zieks was attacked. That's terrible.
You know the legend of the Reaper of the Bailey, of course, don't you? Only too well, in fact.
Yes, Prosecutor Barak Von Zieks. They say that if the Reaper is the prosecutor in a case, there's no salvation for whoever's in the dock. Even if the defendant is found not guilty. Once the Reaper has someone in his sights, one way or another, that person's time left on this earth will be short.
So then I could see if someone is going to be a defendant, they want to kill him, yeah. London's finest rogues always find ways around the law. They'll stop at nothing to secure an acquittal at trial. Falsifying evidence, paying sham witnesses, threatening jurors, bribing judges. But even such devious tactics as these cannot save them from the hand of the Reaper. As you've experienced yourself, haven't you, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, I've seen the Reaper's retribution at work.
Many of these criminals' rogues are reckless and quite unafraid to die. If a leader among their fraternity is seen to have been taken by the Reaper, retaliation like this does occur. Really, the capital has a never-ending supply of such scoundrels.
So, do you mean Lord Von Zieks has been attacked like this before? This isn't the first time?
He's quite an accomplished combatant, you know. He doesn't take these attacks lying down. Although, it seems that his assailants were armed with guns this time.
Oh my goodness, is he alright then? Is Lord Von Zieks hurt?
Are we getting a different prosecutor now? Like with what happened to Franziska in, what was it, Justice for All? My dear fellow, how on earth would I know?
Well, in the article here it says, as to what of Lord Von Zieks and his condition, all will be revealed in tomorrow's morning edition.
Ah, I see. Well, we shall have to be patient then.
No, 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 I can't wait until tomorrow.
In that case, you shall have to inquire with somebody in the know.
But who? Lord Strongheart, perhaps?
I mean, you were gonna go talk to him anyway, right? Well, I must be leaving now.
Yes, understood. See you later, Mr. Holmes.
Ha! You really are a shameless liar sometimes, my dear fellow.
What?
You seek to put me off my guard and follow me, don't you? Well, you would be wasting your time.
The thought hadn't crossed my mind.
But now I'm wondering where you're going. You actually should have, because I am curious what's going on with him. Well then, see you later indeed. Was that his way of telling you to follow him?
Listen to him. He's still laughing on his way out of the door.
Oh my god, that's a cute outfit. What are you up to?
Alright then, Runo, let's get going.
Oh, Iris? What are you wearing?
I've got change to go to the great exhibition. You're going to take me.
What? But I was just about to go to the Supreme Court.
Oh, well, that sounds fun too. You're going to take me there then.
Alright, fine. Just lower that weapon, would you?
Of course, and after the Supreme Court, then we'll go to see the great exhibition.
Aw, well, she's our little buddy. She'll go with us. Our little sidekick since we don't have Susato. Alright. I'm sure there's nothing else new to look at. I mean, we've looked at all this stuff plenty of times, so let's just go. New location has been added.
What shall I make for breakfast tomorrow? Why don't I surprise you, Runo? It's been 6 months now, hasn't it, since Susie went back to Japan?
Lord Chief Justice's office.
Yeah, I think a visit to this place could be a good idea.
Ah, this big old place again. Alright, October 22nd, British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice's office. Alright, but we will be doing that in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying this like I am. And until next time, have a nice day. Bye-bye.